Hi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Peter Mulligan and I attended the Rise event at Whitewell Metropolitan Tabernacle.
What is your definition of worship?
I'd say that it's the outward or inward expression of admiration and praise towards God, and sometimes I think it can be more of a lifestyle than a particular set of actions.
How do people express themselves in worship through using music?
Well, I suppose music is one of the most common mediums that's used nowadays in the Christian church for worship, and I think it's a good way to explicitly say things, whether it's in praise, whether it's thanking God, whether it's even saying sorry to God, whether it's asking for things. In singing, we're outwardly speaking to God, and as well, it's a chance to emotionally engage as well with the God that you believe in.
Where is worship referred to in the Bible?
I guess throughout the Bible there are examples of worship. The most common or most explicit example would be in the Psalms, which is really a songbook. But other examples that come to mind would be, for example, in the Gospels, when Mary, after learning that she will give birth to Jesus Christ, she breaks into song. Similarly, Zachariah, at the start of one of the Gospels, he also breaks into song whenever he learns that he will have a child. So I think that really exemplifies the purpose of worship, to celebrate and bring out what you're trying to say to God.
What songs or hymns were used at the Whitewell event?
Well, the Rise event was a youth event, so its main emphasis, I think, was on more modern worship songs by particular worship artists such as Hillsong, Passion, and other groups such as that. And so I think those songs were very applicable and relatable to a lot of the youth. But to my knowledge, Whitewell uses a good blend of songs that tend to be more modern and perhaps more traditional hymns as well. So it appeals to a wide range.
Does music help to create a source of community in worship?
Well, I suppose in the majority of social settings, people aren't overly comfortable usually with singing, whereas usually the people who you're most comfortable singing with are those who you're closest to, friends and family. And so I think the fact that in a church gathering, when you and people of all ages, of all backgrounds are coming together to sing together, I think that really emphasises the sense of community and the sense of a true family being together and worshipping together.
And finally then, what does worship mean to you as an individual?
Well, as a Christian, I feel that worship is really my purpose. Every day when I wake up, I feel that the greatest thing that I can do is to worship God. Of course, I don't do a perfect job of it, but it encourages me to know that in nearly everything I do, it's possible to worship God in doing that. It's possible for me to be in communication with God throughout the day by praying. It's possible for me when I sing or whenever I play an instrument to worship God. It's possible for me with my words to worship God, and with my actions, with how I treat others, to worship God, and a whole host of different ways. And I think it's quite encouraging that in nearly every possible way that I can use myself, it can be used to glorify God.